Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel of interview preparation. In today's video, I am going to walk you through one of the most exciting interview processes that I have experienced, and that is the data scientist interview at AB InBev, the world's largest brewer in a fast-growing data-driven tech powerhouse. I had the opportunity to go through 5 rounds, and this in this video, I'll break them down into steps and share exactly how you can prepare to crack them. And just to give in some extra information, I was able to clear all the 5 rounds and I got the offer. And today I'm working with them as a data scientist. So if you are aiming for a role where you can apply Gen AI, machine learning, and real world business problem solving at global scale, AB InBev is a very great place to be. I have written this Medium article before, and today I'm making this video to deep dive for people who actually want to know more how to prepare, and a lot of people are pinging on LinkedIn these days to give more insights, what else and what else. So all those things will be covered in this video. So let's start with round number one. For me, the round number one was take home assignment, technical application. So in this, I got a take home assignment. So my task involved building a retrieval augmented generation system, essentially a smart chatbot I had to build from scratch, and something that could answer user questions using Markdown based documentation in a vector store. The best part of this assignment was it was open book, so I can refer to all the documentations that were available. And at last, I was also expected to make a Swagger page for the API. And if I can run them and record a video of the working demo, that was a bonus point which I can make and share. And I did all of them and I was able to make the API endpoint. And that was kind of live chatbot. And that is how it did. But when it comes to preparation, like the follow-up questions will be based on your assignment, whatever the questions you get, they could ask you why did you use something over the other. So for my case, I use ChromaDB. So the questions that were asked were why ChromaDB over Files and Pinecone. So in that way, I have to be more ready with the theory part of it, the comparison between different vector search databases, and why and which and when to be used. Then practice chunking techniques and semantic search logic. That was one of the part where I had to explain them why I use this chunking method over the other methods that were available, and what benefit it brought, and how actually it works, the logic behind it. Then I also used LangChain. So if you are using some of the similar tool, so integrate in your code, then you need to read about it. So all those things in this assignment, if it is a working demo, it itself is a plus point. And then if you are able to uh, prepare everything while you are using anything on that assignment, then you are ready to go for the round number two. Coming to round two, the second round was a 90-minute technical deep dive. It was very intense and very amazing round. Some key areas that were covered, mostly Python coding, where optimizing logic without loops or comprehension, those kind of questions. So um, there could be a question like write a function to find the missing value in a list of numbers where the numbers are arranged in ascending order, and only one missing value is present, and you have to use um, no loops, and you don't have to use list comprehension, and you have to tell which one is that. So can you do it? So somehow if you are practicing lead code easy and medium problems, then this question would not be very tough for you. Then pandas, reshaping data frames using melt and pivot function, those kind of questions were asked to me. Then ML fundamentals, although ML fundamental was not asked to me, but it is always important to learn these for any coding round. It can be asked, like decision tree, pruning, linear regression, assumptions, all those things, and coding of linear regression from scratch, coding of decision tree from scratch. All those things can be asked any day. So we need to be very much brushed up with the ML fundamentals. Statistics like p-values, skewness, kurtosis, visualization, insights, all those things, the terms, the theory, and maybe a bit of visual drawing on the. For me, they asked me to draw left skewed data set using whiteboard and pen. If I can draw and show live how left skewed data set looks like. So it's always good to prepare using visuals and be ready to share your screen and draw any diagram they ask. Like for example, system diagrams, or they can ask even for um, some case study that they gave on the spot. You gave some ML pipeline for it. Can you explain it with the help of diagram? So with the help of blocks, rectangles. So it's very important to practice in that way as well. So tips I would give is to practice lead code, easy to medium. For coding purpose, it's very important. And also visit ML trade-offs, ML basics, ML depth and breadth, and learn GenAI basics like latency handling, LLM tuning, and architecture diagram. All those things are very important for this round. Coming back now, coming forward to round number three. This is the round three was a mixture of behavior and case study questioning. So it was a managerial and case study both, and it tested both my thinking and my experience. So first is like they gave me a case study, and they on a user behavior or a product analytic, and they asked me to come up with what I think and how I can solve that problem. Then after like spending some 10 minutes on it, they moved on to resume, and they asked me uh, my core ML and GenAI projects that I have written down, and they started asking me about everything that I have done there. Then, to prepare more about these GenAI problems, you can also refer to my previous video where I was discussing about important concepts that can be asked in GenAI. So I will share the link of that video. And in this round, I was also expected behavior questions like how do you collaborate cross-functionally? And there were two people in the interview panel, so they asked me one by one other and other questions. How do you handle pressure? What's your perspective on sustainability in tech? So it's better to read about AB InBev, the sustainability factor of it, and the case studies and the work they do, so that you are well aligned with them and you are able to answer how they want. And also, if you can align your project to AB InBev's projects, it will be a plus point. And research their sustainability initiatives and business priorities. What is next? What are they going to do next? So that you can frame your answer in that way and be structured in your uh, case approach. Think in metrics, in actions, and in outcomes format, and this will be a plus point for you. Moving forward to the next round, which is round number four. This round tested my ability to think at scale. It was a director level discussion, and it was not about code. It was mostly about clarity and systems thinking, how I think and how I approach to a problem. And here, the most focused problems were system design for large document parsing using GenAI, then strategic use cases for LLMs and business operation, and some of the behavior and leadership mindset evaluation. And here, I was not expected to go very much technical into it and more how much impact I can make to a business profit aspect if I am able to come up with some solution to a problem. And that was a area of discussion here. Tips I can give is practice structuring your thoughts firstly to the high level, then the detailed. And you do not have to go in a very detailed discussion until required, so that you are able to tell about how it actually impacted the business profit. Then be clear on the terms like APIs, latency, caching, scaling. These bring a lot of impact. Then tie your solution to real AB InBev challenge. So for that, you need to go through their websites, look how what they are doing, what are the techniques they are adopting these days, and then based on that, if you can align your answers to that way, it will be a very plus point. Coming to the final round, HR and cultural fit. This round was with HR only, focusing on alignment with AB InBev's values and missions. Topics to expect are the behavior question like why AB InBev, how would you thrive in fast-moving, diverse global team, real-world scenarios testing adaptability and teamwork. And there could be question like how were you able to work with team? Are you a solo person? Are you a team person? And which projects have you worked in? Do you think it was a solo project? All those kind of questions can be asked. So it's very important to prepare these questions beforehand for your use cases as well. Some tips I could give is read up on their culture and core values, what AB InBev does, said for the earlier rounds as well. Share stories where you showed integrity, ownership, and collaboration, and be real. They are hiring a person and they're not just hiring a profile. So you can tell what actually you did in the past and what how you are coming to know about this opportunity, how much you are excited and what you've seen there culture, and you can discuss a lot with HR. So overall, the AB and Bev data scientist interview was one of the most well-designed interview experience I have had. It tested my depth across ML, GenAI, business acumen, and mostly the coding part and communication. If you are passionate about working on global scale challenges using cutting-edge AI, AB and Bev could be your next great opportunity. This, if you if you focus more on your preparation and a structured approach, coding, communication, your resume, then you can definitely crack this role. So yeah, this is all about it. I would be very happy to learn more about what next you people want. So you can give me in comments which video would be next that you prefer. Till then, thank you and keep learning. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share with those who are preparing. And yeah, happy learning.